alaikum. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. I bear witness with no God but Allah, and I bear witness Prophet Muhammad is his messenger. I'd like to thank everyone, family and friends, for coming over today, and I greet you in the words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. We will start with the opening verse from the Quran, the opening surah, which is Surah Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the world, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee alone we worship, thee alone we ask for help. Show us the straight way, the way of those whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, those whose is not wrath and who go not astray. Ameen. It is an honor to stand before you and deliver a short speech on my grandmother, Feroza Khatum. I hope I do her memory justice as I stand before her children and grandchildren who know her better. However, the brief moments that God blessed me to spend time with her was truly a privilege. As being in her very presence, I knew she was a great individual. Feroza Khatum grew up in Kitchlu, an area of the western side of Bangladesh. Her mother passed away before she reached the age of 5. She went on to marry, but was widowed in her early 40s. She had 8 children, and the death of her husband prompted her to take on even more responsibility. She fulfilled his vision of educating all her children. She took over the agricultural production and ensured a steady income for her family. She also expanded and purchased the house in Kitchlu, which became the epicenter of the Choudhury family. These remarkable facts I truly appreciated after my grandma's death. It made me realize how adversity shaped my grandma and shaped her children and built inside them an iron will, an iron conviction, and this adversity shaped their character, and all their success is a testimony to that. I identified certain constants that Dadu had in her life, which helped her achieve peace of mind. This primarily evolved under an activity which he undertook daily, routinely, during times of happiness and sadness, during times of triumph and failure. One important constant was her bedrock in her life. Amongst life's uncertainty, there was one certainty. Under the trials she faced in recent years, the death of her son and daughter-in-law, the tragic death of her grandchild and of her sister, one thing remained certain: prayer. It says in Holy Quran in chapter 2, verse 153, O ye who believe, seek help with patient perseverance and prayer, for Allah is with those who patiently persevere. It also states, then do ye remember me, I will remember you. Be grateful to me and reject not faith. I remember when I was a child going to Bangladesh, lying in bed watching Dadu pray. She clutched a prayer bead in her hand. I asked her, why do you pray so much? Her answer was simple. Mone khub shanti de. It gives me peace of mind. In the Quran, chapter 13, verse 28, it states, those who believe and whose hearts find satisfaction in the remembrance of God. For without doubt, in the remembrance of God do hearts find satisfaction. She faced trials in life throughout her entire life. She is a living testimony to what it says in the Quran regarding this on chapter 2, verse 155. Be sure we shall test you. And the we here, it's meant as a royal we, a plurality for respect. It states, be sure we shall test you with something of fear and hunger, some loss in goods, lives, and the fruits of your toil. But give glad tidings to those who patiently persevere. God blessed my grandma. She was always surrounded by her children and grandchildren who deeply loved her and cared for her. Concern for her welfare united her children, and we thank God for giving her such blessing. Ya Allah, thank you for giving my grandma Dadu the strength of character and conviction of faith to live such a long and prosperous life. Ya Allah, thank you for aiding her through trials and tribulations and giving her peace of mind through faith. Dadu had one wish. Towards the end of her life, she suffered. She had kidney failure and had to undertake dialysis regularly. However, she longed for a peaceful end, and Allah granted her that. In the last few weeks, she was tremendously happy. She regained her mobility and was independent. She wrote poems about her grandchildren. When she died peacefully in her sleep after spending a joyous day with family. She died in her son's house, surrounded by love and respect. She always completed every statement that she had by using the words, Inshallah, God willing. It states in the Bible, in James chapter 4, yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. Although my grandmother has gone, God has taken her away. God has blessed us with her memory. Her memory will live on. I see Dadu's love through my family. I see her care through her children and grandchildren. Through my father, through my aunt, I see her life and what she stood for and how she lived through the people she raised. And it is by living aspects of the life the way she lived, humility, prayer, unconditional love, and a positive mindset, that we can truly celebrate her blessing. Ya Allah, thank you for giving Dadu a long life and helping her touch the lives of so many around her. Ya Allah, thank you for giving her a peaceful death and grant her paradise. Ameen.
Thank you, Nabil. That was really beautiful. I'm also very privileged to speak about my nanu. She was a very special person. For all of her life, she was the centre of our family. And this was partly due, she had the unique ability, she had a close bond with every member of her family, with her children, her grandchildren, her son-in-law, her daughter-in-law. Everyone felt very close to her, and we all feel lost with her passing. I have memories of Nanu. I remember when she came to stay, and we spent a lot of time together watching TV. I was translating for her so she could follow the storylines. Also, her obsession with food. She was always so concerned with what everyone was eating, that everyone had something special to eat. And this is definitely something she has passed on to my mother. I'm very sad that I did not get to see her again, and she did not see all of my children. But I'm comforted in knowing that she lives on in us. And when I see my mother, I see my nanu. My nanu achieved a great deal in life. She was very strong, very educated, and a religious woman who had to raise her family single-handedly after my nana died. It is a testament to her how well all of her children have done. And I know she was always very proud of my mother. Towards the end of her life, she endured a great deal with her dialysis, and she was frustrated with her limited mobility. But I am very thankful that in the end she died peacefully at home, as I know she was her wish. I know that when I next go to Bangladesh, it will be very strange without my nanu and also my Dadu, who is her sister, there. And I will miss her, and I wish we had more time together. Dear Nanu, we will always miss you.